Hey everybody, Ben from Postfly here. This month we're tying the Stonefly stone, and it's perfect timing. Small winter stones will get a bit more active with the warmer weather, and this pattern is a perfect match. Small and dense, the Stonefly is exactly what the trout are looking for in just the right place. Postfly gives us the option to tie a size 16 and an 18 in your kit. For visibility's sake, we're going to do the 16. With the corresponding bead threaded on, start your thread at the top of the shank and tie down to about the halfway point. We're going to add a little extra weight behind the bead head. Snip a short section of wire off of the strand with your fingernail, transfer it to the hook, and start wrapping in, pushing your wraps tighter as you go. Wrap down to around where you've stopped your thread, and snip any excess wire again with your nail. Give the wraps one more push up to the bead if necessary. Next, wrap your thread forward over the wire just to stop it from moving around. You can put a brush of super glue over it as well, but it's not really necessary. This wire will also add a bit of bulk behind the head when we build our wing case on top. Now lay a thread base down to above the hook barb, then take a couple of wraps forward again. These goose buyouts will make up our stonefly tail. Grab 2 of them off of the strand. They'll be placed on either side of the hook shank and come off the bend at about a half shank in length. I usually do these one at a time to get them exactly where I want. They have a tendency to rotate as you wrap, so no worries if you have to push them back into place before you lock them in. Snip the tags and tie down the excess once complete. A combination of gold and copper wire will form out our abdomen. Take a strand of each wire of about the same length and align one of their ends together. With these even ends facing the bead, tie in just behind your weighted wire and follow back with wraps back down the shank. Move your thread back to where you just tied in your first strands when complete. I like to make the first wrap one at a time with each wire. I find that having one clean turn on both of them makes the wrap I'm about to do much tighter. At this point, you can grab both wires together and make close touching wraps up the shank, ensuring that the 2 colors lie flat and more or less alternate along the shank. When you've reached your bobbin, tie off and start helicoptering the wire tags until they break. Doing these one at a time is a little cleaner too. Next, cut off a short section of pearl mylar. With your thread just behind the bead, tie in and take a few wraps rearward to lock in. Then take 5 or 6 filaments from the turkey feather in your kit and align evenly. Tie them in tips first in the same configuration that you did the mylar. When both turkey and flash are secure, wrap back a few more times so that the materials come off a little more than a bead's length from the head. Pull some of the dubbing in your kit off in wispy clumps and start wrapping in a thin noodle around your thread. Take close wraps from your turkey and flash back up to the bead head, forming a fairly thick layer. Now take your turkey feathers and fold them forward so that they land just behind your bead head. You can push this material around a bit with your finger to make sure the filaments lay evenly on top of your dubbing layer. Follow this fold over with the mylar strand and tie off both. Cut the tags close once secured. Without going overboard, take a couple more wraps to lock down any outstanding tag ends. Then grab your whip finisher, make a few turns, and snip your thread. Add a quick drop of head cement for extra protection. The last thing I'll do is go at the dubbing with a strip of Velcro. This pulls out some of the fibers that got locked down during tying, giving the stonefly more of a buggy, leggy look. You can pull off any extra long fibers that come off during this process. Now your stonefly is ready to go. This is a great one to drop off of a heavier nymph when picky early spring trout are still keyed in on the small stuff. I really like the look of this segmented wire body, and the flashy wing case gives the fly a really natural reflective look. As the weather warms, the smaller stoneflies won't be going anywhere. They'll stay a staple of trout diets all over the country and are always a good bet to tie on. Thanks for watching.